Hello guys and gals, it is I, the Monster, and Happy New Year! Welcome to 2025. I decided to kick off the new year in a strange way by talking about my top 5 games of last year from 2024. So, some of these are, you may expect, some of them you're not going to expect. These are just my opinions. There's definitely a lot of RPGs on here, and if you're a Switch head, there are games that are mostly on this list that are not on the Switch. They're not the Switch version, but they're also on the Switch, so I don't want anybody feeling left out here. So without further ado, kick back, relax. Here is the top 5 that I have for 2024. Yeah. Alright, so starting at number 5 is the only true Switch game on this list, as in it's a first-party Nintendo title. And it really surprised me. It really kind of shocked me and made me think about the series in a new way, and that is the Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I really love this game. It reminded me a lot of the old little handheld games and the quirky titles that I've been talking about on this channel. I like when they're like chibi characters. I like when there's a little more playfulness in the Zelda universe, and it doesn't take itself so seriously. And I love that this game finally lets you play as a playable Zelda. It's very unconventional. It makes you think more. There are all these different echoes and different things that you could summon, different items, beds, trampolines, tables, you name it, monsters like Pokemon, all the different monsters in the Zelda map, and you're trying to traverse Hyrule and save the day, save Link, and fight the bad guys, and you have this little character try with you, and it's just a really fun, playful game, and I've heard some people say it's too easy. I don't know. I think it's got a nice balance. There's definitely some stuff that is easy, and there's definitely some stuff that you really got to think, okay, how the heck am I going to do this? But overall, I think this game slaps. It's really, really good, and I will call this right now. I have a funny feeling they're going to make another one of these. I have the weirdest feeling they're going to do another one of these on the side in the future. Maybe not right now, obviously, because it's a newer game, but in the future, I could see them bringing Zelda back and doing something similar. I think this is just kind of the beginning of something grander, in my opinion at least. So yeah, the Zelda Echoes of Wisdom really surprised me. I think y'all should check this one out 150%. Okay, number 4 is a game that I was so excited for. It's a sequel to one of my favorite games of all time. We had to wait a very long time for it, years. It was a cult game, and I feel like people played it, got excited about it, and then all of a sudden the reception kind of went a little mixed with some of the decision making in this game, and that is Dragon's Dogma 2. I actually reviewed this game. There's a review. I guess I'll post a little picture if you want to watch it. It was one of my earlier ones when I came back to the YouTube. But I really love this game, man. This is basically like a remake, a retelling almost of the original Dragon's Dogma, except it's in an alternate universe, alternate timeline. They do a little more different things with the dragon in this game, Grigori, and it's just a beautiful game. It's running in that RE engine, and there's some new classes, there's new monsters. Yes, there's a lot of repeating monsters. There's definitely some things that going on with the traveling and how you operate with the port crystal system, which is the fast travel system. But this is a remarkably great action RPG hybrid kind of game. I don't even know, and I just feel like people really need to check this out. It's a work of art. I think that if you're looking for something that's kind of like the mix of Western and Japanese, and there's like this real heavy gothic art style, and you're looking for that high fantasy, this is your game. And again, nothing beats climbing a griffin, flying up in the air with the griffin and breaking its wing and slamming it down, or fighting a dragon, or your party members rescue you from a fall or something. It's got a wonderful just party system. I will say this, the AI in this game is a lot better than that first game. It's crazy. And yeah, I love this game. The post-game is really strange. I'm not going to lie, there's like 2 ways of handling that, but you can figure that out if you want to play it. So Dragon's Dogma 2, I think, wonderful game. Please check it out. I don't know if we're getting a DLC for this or not. I've been waiting, and it feels like it's not happening now, and that's kind of unfortunate. And also, Hideki Itsuno left Capcom after a million years, so he's doing something new, so who knows. But yeah, if you're looking for something, man, that's just awesome, and you want to fight a Cyclops or an Ogre, this is your game right here, bro. So number 3, for me, is probably the biggest sleeper hit of the year, at least for me. And I played the demo. I was blown away by it. You were able to transfer the demo into the main game. I found the main game for a good price, and it just completely blew me away, and that was Unicorn Overlord. I want to make sure I got that name right. Unicorn Overlord by Vanillaware and Atlus, really Vanillaware, and just, God, man, this is a game that, like, does the Fire Emblem thing and the Super Ogre Battle, whatever the name of those games were, like, does that gameplay, it's basically a Fire Emblem, like, auto battler. It just does it so well. The story is not going to, like, wow you to death. It's very basic, like, high fantasy, like, whatever, we're going on this quest. It's everything else. It's the characters, it's the art, it's the music, it's the map, it's what you can do on the map, it's all the different classes, it's the class upgrade system, it's what you could do in the gameplay with the different Valor points and the different resources. There is so much going on with this game. It's amazing, and they're looking into even making more. That took them like a decade to make this game. I'm telling people now, if you are a fan of RPGs, strategy RPGs, JRPGs, all of them all, just all of them, Unicorn Overlord is the game to check out. I cannot recommend it any further. It's wonderful. It's got, and here's the thing too, even for some of the story flaws, when the story hits and the dialogue hits, it hits, you know, and the voice acting is great too. I forgot to mention that. You know, when things hit, they hit in this game, and I think that this is one that people really need to keep their eyes on. Check it out. Try the demo. Play it, see if you like it, because it goes quick. It's got a great pace. You can actually control how fast the battles go, and it's just, I think it's designed with people's time in mind. I think it respects your time. But what's funny is like they're like, hey, we respect your time, but here's a crap load of things, cool, fun things to do. Hey, you want to go excavating and like mine and stuff and dig for different treasures? You could do that. Like, it's like there's just so much going on. So please check out Unicorn Overlord. Easily like one of the best games I've played all of 2024. I almost said this year. Did you notice that? And check it out. Great game. I can't wait to see what they do with it. And also, if they're gonna do another one, please, I'm begging you, do a better Elf Zone. That Elf Zone, great game. Okay, number 2 surprised me in every way, because not only was it the game that I was dreaming of and the game that I wanted it to be, but it ended up winning friggin' Game of the Year at the Game Awards, and that is Astro Bot. I bought this at launch. I was sold on it when they showed it at the, they showed it in like a PlayStation video or something, and we're like, okay, this is gonna be PlayStation's Mario. Yes, we have Little Big Planet. Shout outs, love Little Big Planet, but they really went for the Mario thing, right? And this is just a giant love letter homage to PlayStation nostalgia, to all the old games of that era, of all those eras. And yeah, some people will say it's a PlayStation commercial. Yeah, it kind of is, but it's also like a well-made PlayStation commercial that actually treats everything with respect. Imagine that. You know, in a time where video games are these huge AAA games and people are getting sick and tired of them and they're spending huge budgets on games and all of this other stuff, here comes Astrobot. It's a smaller team. This is their first real foray into making a major title, because they've always done little Astrobot titles. And Team Asobi, the developers, just knocked this game out of the freaking park. Memorable lands, memorable worlds, great characters. You're saving all the different PlayStation characters from your childhood. You're building the ship back, the PlayStation 5 ship. There's just so much going on. There's different costumes. And I said it before, and I'll say it again in my review. I'll post another one. Trunk of Funk is one of the greatest platforming stages I've ever played in my entire life, and that's a lot of games. So Astrobot, please play this. It's wonderful. I think that they really put their hearts into this game, and it shows. It really shows. And don't listen to anybody who's like, oh, it's just a Mario game. Who cares? Why is that a bad thing? This is a wonderful title. Get off your high horse. Astrobot, great game, kicks ass, play it. And for my number 1 game of 2024, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Man, oh man. This was the first review I made when I came back. I'll put it up there. When I came back to YouTube, I said this is a game that feels like a $70 game in a time where most games don't. The attention to detail, the amount of things going on in this game, the story, the characters, the world, the amount of different goodies and things to explore. There is so much going on in this game. Yes, there's an obscene amount of mini-games. There's a huge Queen's Blood card game. The mini-games are mixed with a lot of people. The card game, I'm not that crazy about, to be completely honest with y'all. But man, oh man, they nail it. Everything that you want is in this sequel. It's a massive game. It's a beautiful game. It runs great. It plays great. It's got one of the greatest soundtracks probably in the last decade. There's like 400. There's 100. I don't know if there's I think there's hundreds of songs. We'll fact check that one. But it is just an amazing game, amazing story. You really get to see more backstory for characters like Barret. You get to meet Yuffie. There's, they're introducing and teasing things like Vincent and Cid. There's so much going on, and they play with you the whole game. They're so aware that you're ready for what's going to happen with Aerith and all of that, and the materia. Oh my god. Just a effing amazing game. I'm trying not to curse. Amazing game start to finish, man. You have to play this. They took like all of the great things that were in like a Xenoblade or a Witcher or a Zelda, and they put them in this map. They really put their heart and soul into this game. I was shocked this didn't win Game of the Year because I wanted it to. But it just ended up being such an incredible game, and I hope more people check it out because I know they're going to put this thing on a million platforms, and they're gonna try to make this trilogy their Skyrim, and that's going to take a long time, but they'll do it. And you know it's probably coming to like Nintendo stuff eventually. So I'm just saying, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, incredible game, almost perfect to me. And I cannot believe that we're going to get to the third part in a year or so, or 2 years, 3 years, who knows. And I don't know how they're going to end this thing off. But whatever they're going to do, they're going to end it with a bang. So, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, please, please, please play this. Check it out. Yes, it's a long game. Yes, it's intimidating. But it's fun. You could come back to it. And I feel like this is another game that respects your time. The only thing in this game that really is not great, aside from the little complaints I was telling you, is the last zone goes on and on and on. But other than that, who cares? Just play the game. It rules. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, baby. Alright, so that's my top 5 of 2024. I know it's a 2025 video. It's kind of funny, but let me know in the comments down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think I forgot some games? There's games I did leave off this list that I loved, like Paper Mario and such. But, I just thought these were absolutely stellar games. I thought 2024 was an amazing year for RPG players and just gamers in general, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what's coming in 2025. And, that's it. So please like, comment, subscribe, share, ring the bell, do whatever you got to do, and I appreciate you. This year is going to be a big year, guys. I really want to push. I really want to get to those big numbers. I want to hit 1,000 subs. I've been doing YouTube for so long. Just hit the oldest video button. You'll see what I'm saying. That I think it's time for me to finally ascend to that next level. So I'm pushing for 1,000 subs this year. We're going to see if we can do it. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you. I love you. Play some video games, and we're going to have a great year. I've got some awesome stuff lined up, and I hope y'all kick back and watch some of it. Peace! I'm actually still really surprised Aster bought one game of the year, but you know what? I'm also happy about it, because, it really shows you that, smaller games should have a place in the gaming space. Goodbye!